Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming out to Gathering Place in a bit overcast morning. We do have a very important announcement to make, and an announcement concerning Gathering Place. And before we start, though, I'd like to welcome and thank everyone for being here, specifically Lieutenant Governor, taking time out of your day. Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell, thank you so much for being here. Ray Hoyt, President of Visit Tulsa and Tulsa Regional Tourism, thank you for being here as well and assisting us with this announcement. And so you may have heard that Gathering Place was nominated by USA Today voters to be among 20 city parks, and we were nominated as top city park in the USA. And today I'm happy to announce Gathering Place was ranked number one, voted number one, I should say, by readers and by voters. And this is a very, very significant announcement for the park, achievement for the park. We have won other awards, but this is very significant. It's among our industry and our peers, and so quite significant. However, I'd like to ask Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell if he'd provide the first comments, please. There's a mic here.
Well, round of applause for Tony, first off. I have jokingly said I'm going to write legislation this legislative session that does not allow Tony to leave the state of Oklahoma. That is something that you can run with. Tony, I appreciate your leadership. I really do. USA Today's 10 best reader rankings gathered, as Tony said, a team of park and planning experts to nominate the top 20 city parks across the United States. And how great that Tulsa was a part of that national conversation with millions of readers nationally. Again, millions and nationally, that's a good thing when Tulsa's in that mix. The award for the best city park in America is a big story for Tulsa, for Oklahoma, and for tourism, Oklahoma's third largest industry in the state of Oklahoma, making it a critical part of the economic impact and the economy in Tulsa, but not just Tulsa, the state of Oklahoma. Tourism is the front door to economic development. If we can get people to Oklahoma, as you can see, we sell very well. But it's getting people to this city and getting people to the state of Oklahoma that's priority number one, because it's the front door to all the rest of the economic development that we want in Oklahoma. To be a top 10 state, I believe it starts with this industry so that people can see that Oklahoma is not the Dust Bowl. Oklahoma is the most diverse state in the country, in both our landscape and in our people, and it is time to tell the world that story. So since opening in 2018, the Gathering Place has hosted almost 6 million visitors, 6 million visitors near and far, and has become one of Oklahoma's favorite destinations for out-of-state visitors. This award will only help in further establishing Tulsa as a regional destination in Oklahoma, and it is a show-stopping recruitment tool. That is how I refer to it. It is a show-stopping recruitment tool. We bring companies, when we bring them into Oklahoma, this is one of the first places that we bring them now. Because again, it is that show-stopping recruitment tool that Oklahoma needed and certainly that Tulsa needed. So I just want to thank again the city, Mayor Bynum, Tony, his leadership, their team, the George Kaiser Family Foundation, of course, Stava. Stava's here. Where's Stava? Thank you. And the rest of those that literally built this place for carrying out this vision. And again, what they envisioned, it's happening right here in the city of Tulsa. It's now an honor for me to introduce, really he's become a real friend, Ray Hoyt, who is doing amazing work running the city of Tulsa's tourism and recreational department and the regional efforts as well. So with that, Ray, come up and share some comments. Thank you all very much again for being here.
Good afternoon. Can Can you hear me? Test, test. Is that a yes or a no back there? All right. Better? Well, good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Ray Hoyt. I'm the president of Tulsa Regional Tourism. As Matt said, clearly today is a day we all look forward to in the tourism industry, because when things like this happen, it makes Tulsa just that more easier to attract visitors and take care of our locals and our residents. So we really are grateful to Tony and his team, and Jeff Stava back there, a board member of ours for, I think, for life. Thank you for everything you do. This truly is an inspirational place for all. Over the last decade, thanks to many of people that I just mentioned here with us today, tourism has consistently grown in Tulsa, and actually one of the fastest growing business markets in the Tulsa County area. In 2019, before the pandemic, 9.9 million people, visitors, creating $1.7 billion in total economic impact, came to Tulsa and the Tulsa region. That's significant. And Matt said that's the front door. If you won't visit someplace, you're certainly not going to move there. So we really do change people's perceptions about Tulsa. We know in the past decade, people have called us beige. Well, we're changing that color, absolutely. We are not beige. We still have a perception problem, I think, but we're working on that every day with places like this that are inspirational. Tulsa's cultural scene is vibrant, family-friendly, creative, welcoming, and embraces the vast selection of outdoor spaces Tulsans and visitors can experience. All these differentiating aspects of Tulsa are what bring visitors to our beautiful city. This is what inspires people to visit this place. So when you think about those 5 things I just said, this place embodies that. If you come here and don't end up spending the entire day and aren't inspired and aren't finding yourself playing and being creative, then you clearly haven't experienced this place. As the president of regional tourism, I will aim to attract people to Tulsa by selling Tulsa's story on a local, national, and international level. We do that by highlighting what makes Tulsa unique from other places that people may want to go. That makes us unique. That makes us special. And we are special. Don't kid yourself. We're very fortunate to have that Tulsa offers a lot that cannot be found anyplace else. When you think about Tulsa's iconic brands of Philbrook and the Gilcrease and the Gathering Place, you can't find those anyplace else. We strive to tell people that story. You can't find it anyplace else but Tulsa. And the Gathering Place, with this national honor bestowed to it today, clearly is the nation's best city park. And that is a big part of that list. Thank you, Tony. There's only one gathering place in the world. There's no park more amazing than this place. And believe me, I work for Disney, so I can say some things that most can't. Pictures don't do it justice. Video don't do it justice. It's a place you have to experience. You have to experience this park. It simply inspires you every moment you walk through the park. Living through a pandemic era, the health and safety of residents and visitors has been a top priority to us, obviously, and same thing with Tony. We launched Tulsa Safely program as a way to communicate to locals and visitors that businesses are open and parks are opened safely, according to the health department's recommendations. That was important for us because we didn't want visitors coming here and making locals feel uneasy or at risk. We did a study and found that 3.9%, basically 4 out of 5 locals felt that tourism was important to our community and to our economy. So we know that we want visitors. Our community has said it. If you recall correctly, the Gathering Place was the first to be a Tulsa Safely member as we launched that program back last year as the pandemic raged. Clearly, Tony's team knew that participating in the Tulsa Safely program was important to his visitors as well as our residents. Helping us roll it out to over 200 businesses across the community, Gathering Place was a leader in that conversation and with our attractions. Thank you, Tony. That's the leadership Tulsa's enjoyed with Tony being here at the helm. So I will say with the Lieutenant Governor, I will help you support that legislation.
We got some business.
Tony will be missed sorely. Clearly a partner of ours. Every day we try to market and sell Tulsa. So this is one of the reasons why Tulsa stands to offer amazing experiences for road trippers as well as locals. Even as we come out of this pandemic, and we know that the industry is telling us that 70% of the Americans are planning trips. First family and friends, and then a family vacation. We want to be on that list. We want people to be thinking about Tulsa first. While remaining vigilant and continuing to wear masks until the pandemic is in the rearview of our mirror, we at Tulsa Regional Tourism are looking to the future. We're planning for resurgence in travel, and road trips as well as vacations will increase. And we see that coming this spring and this summer. We're preparing for that. We're selling the future events in Tulsa's leading facilities. We're hanging our Tulsa Safely signs in windows and businesses all across the community still, and promoting that experience for our visitors and directions on how to experience Tulsa safely. We truly are trying to inspire the visitor as well as the resident to come out and play. We continue to point to both locals and visitors in the gathering place, the best city park in the United States of America, an attraction they can't miss and they can't see anyplace else but in Tulsa when they come to town. So Tony, congratulations to you and your team, to GKFF and Jeff Stava, and all the donors who have made this park possible. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Tony?
Thank you, Ray. You know, I was asked yesterday by someone in the media, what's the difference that makes Gathering Place what it is? And after 3.5 years of operations, we're still receiving these awards. And not to be taken lightly. You know, USA's Today Best New Attraction in 2019. Time Magazine's World's Greatest Places to Visit. World's Greatest Places to Visit. ULI Global Award of Excellence. Time Kids, World's Coolest Place. APA, Greatest Places in America. And now, to add to that, just as important, just as significant, Best City Park in America. These are significant accomplishments, and we jokingly say, quite possibly, Gathering Place may be the most awarded park ever. But that is true. With over 20 awards in such a short window and growing, I would say, it's a significant accomplishment. And so why is that? Is it the design with Michael Van Valkenburg and Associates? Certainly. World-class designs. We get visitors by cities and states every other day, it seems like, looking, benchmarking how they can build a park such as this. Would be remiss if I did not draw, again, attention to Jeff Stava. During the construction project, during the management of this process from day one, Jeff Stava was the single hardest driving force to make the Gathering Place what it is. He'll not acknowledge it, but being shoulder to shoulder, I can tell you that he is. Round of applause for Mr. Stava, please. Second, one of the things that separates us is our mission, a park for all mission. And I will tell you, the folks that are submitting names are cognizant of who we are as a park and what we do, and they're oftentimes highly interested in our mission. And are we living to that mission, a community park for all, where all feel welcome regardless of age, culture, socioeconomics, race, and we try to live that creed. And it's one thing to say, and it's another thing to deliver on that. And of course, the product. We have an awesome combination of attractions, from a 5-acre adventure playground, kayaking opportunities, world-class restaurants, this building, the Williams Lodge, and our boathouse, truly world-class facilities, unlike anywhere else. We're often asked, is this repeatable in terms of, can I build this? And I often ask, do you have a George Kaiser Family Foundation? But it's important to note that our product, our services, our great employees, and the work that they deliver, this is primarily driven by our over 80 donors, led by the George Kaiser Family Foundation, and our 80 donors that allow us to operate with such a quality product, and for that we're truly thankful. And so in closing, I'd like to thank you for being here. This is significant for us, significant for me, significant for our city. And as Lieutenant Governor said, this is a major award, but I'd like to use your branding, sir, of Imagine That. Who could have imagined when we started that we would have been in a place such as this? So yes, sir, we're imagining that and even more. And so as it ties into tourism, and our Ray and his folks from the Chamber will promote tourism, we're imagining beyond what this will mean for Tulsa and how Tulsa will grow. Our mayor could not be here, unfortunately. Rodrigo is here on behalf of the mayor. We thank you, and understood that the mayor had a last-minute obligation he had to attend. But thank you for being here, and we're open for interviews between Lieutenant Governor and Ray Hoyt as well. Thank you.